Okay, so this is Thursday, March 25th, 2021, and I just thought I'd record a quick addendum to my 6-month update because I was talking about what I was thinking moving forward. And I don't know if I necessarily spoke about an actual update on what's going on with me health-wise. And I think that's just sort of because there aren't any sort of definitives. My last CT scan showed that that I'm responding to treatment. That the main mass in my pancreas is stable. It hasn't grown. But there is a little bit of a concern on my part, I guess, because at any given time, something could change. But also, the last time that my CA19-9 tumor marker, which is a blood test that was taken, it had a slight uptick. So there's something about that is concerning to me, obviously. And it's tough for me to think about and talk about, because I'm not quite sure how to think and talk about it, because without really understanding the fuller picture of what it all means, there isn't anything that anyone can say or know at this point. So my next CT scan is April 19th, but I'm feeling good. I experienced exhaustion. In fact, I had a webinar this morning as part of a program that I'm a part of with the Princess Margaret Hospital about cancer-related fatigue and sleep issues. I'm very fortunate that for the most part, I don't experience sleep issues, and but the exhaustion is definitely there. I just went for a walk, and I know that it was a relatively short walk, but it's going to benefit me to just take it easy for the next couple of hours, because I could very well just easily overdo exertion of energy and just be really exhausted. And sometimes what can happen is that exhaustion can lead into the next day. So if I go on a super long walk or exert myself more than I really have the capacity to be able to do, it really it is something that impacts me. So so my biggest thing right now is exhaustion, and I get on camera when I have the energy, but this isn't how I am all the time, and that's something that I just wanted to kind of talk about, because it could be misleading, right? From the way that you because I pick and choose when I record, and as a lot of you, some of you following along may have noticed that there was that 3-week break, and some of it was a lot of it. Okay, so some of it was just, I need to do this thing, I need to get on it, and if I don't do it, then blah blah blah. So negative self-talk and procrastination that kind of follows that kind of thing. But that 90% of it was exhaustion. So I'm actually going into my 11th cycle of chemo this Saturday, and sometimes when I get feedback, they're from the oncology team, they're kind of like, you're doing really well for doing this chemo and being on, having had 10 cycles completed, and that there's going to be 2 more that I'll be doing. There's going to be, the original plan was to do 12. It might actually be a little bit more than that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure where we're at with that, but maybe it's 12. Anyway, but a lot of the folks on the medical team that I talk to, they say it's the fact that you've done 11 is this of this particular one, 2 on top of everything else is a pretty big feat unto itself. So but the more cycles I do, the more exhaustion I experience, and yeah, and with exhaustion comes, like, you know, sometimes like potential mood issues, and you know, like just like feeling like, oh, this isn't myself, or this doesn't feel good, you know, that kind of thing. So I just wanted to share that. I also wanted to thank everybody who comments, is following along, and I say that a lot, but I know the one thing that I've been thinking about is like, I really appreciate all the comments, and I read them, but often again, like it has to do with the exhaustion, where I want to be able to respond, you know, like meaningfully, but a lot of the times, like it's like I don't necessarily have it in me to do it. So and being public too, like I'm a very private, introverted, sensitive person, so doing this stuff like publicly, as I'm doing YouTube wise, is actually like a big deal for me. Like, and so like even having like an Instagram account, or like, you know, Twitter and stuff like that, it's like it's challenging for me to engage in this way. So what I wanted to say is that there are folks who have been who have commented in the different videos, and thank you so much for commenting and taking the time to watch the videos, and also to reach out. And there are some folks who have known me personally that maybe I haven't who've known me in person, who maybe I haven't had an opportunity to connect with in the last little while. I just want to say that if you've commented, thank you so much for commenting, and it's so good to hear from you. I just wanted to let you know that. And if you do want to reach out to me directly, and if you have a way of doing that, so an email address that you might have used in the past, it's likely that it's valid. So if you wanted to reach out to me, I would more than welcome it, and because I don't necessarily want to be the person to reach out myself, for a good number of reasons, but because yeah, like if you want to reach out to me, I'd be more than happy to reconnect, but I don't want to presuppose that you do. So again, I'll put it out that way. And if you have a way of getting in touch with me from a previous time, and if you happen to have a record of that, or if you want to somehow get in touch, message me privately through like the different channels that I have, please do so privately, and we could communicate that way. I think that would be fantastic. But thank you so much. And there's also some Q&A stuff that's outstanding from like months ago that I will also be getting to in the next little while too. So because Sam has emailed me a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't answered, and Nina, I think, asked me a question from before, and I think there was a baseball question that Ithakar had asked me. I think I had answered that in a previous video. But and that said, like, if you have any other questions for me, please write them in the comments, and I will definitely address them in an upcoming Q&A video that I hope to be doing in the next little while. But you know, thank you to everybody who's been supporting me, and I know that there are people supporting me who maybe not be so active, like who are doing it from a distance, and I feel your support as well. But I just wanted to just say the comments that I have been getting, I really do appreciate. And if you wanted to, and for those of you who have known me in person and would like to reconnect, please, you know, like I said, like either use a previous email address, or that you might have had for me, or some private channel that you can reach out to me on. So I would really love that. So anyway, all that said, I hope you're taking good care. I'm still in this beautiful weather in Toronto, even though I think in the next couple of days it's supposed to get cooler and potentially snow. I hope not. But if it's during my chemo, it's okay. I'm kind of stuck indoors anyway. I mean, yeah. I do like to get out and get a little bit of fresh air, but for the most part I'm kind of stuck indoors anyway, so that's kind of selfish, but that's where I'm at. I hope you're taking good care. Did I already do that? I don't know, but chef's kiss your way. Yeah, loving care to you, and please, if you have some to spare, send some over to me. I would gladly accept them, and yeah, I'll talk to you again real soon.